Alright, so this is the video for techniques for Latissimus dorsi. And before I show you techniques, I'll show you how to activate it or make sure that it's firing. And that allows you just to really feel the outline of it, which is nice. So my client Donna is going to medially rotate her arm and also try and adduct it toward her torso. And do that slowly and repeatedly. Yep, and I can feel this nice line since lats come here. So when you get to your client, go ahead and try and have them activate it. All right, relax. So we've got 4 techniques for the lats. As with most of the other ones, it's cross fiber at the attachments. So the medial attachments are here at the spinous processes and on the ribs. And then the lateral attachment is at the humerus, right? So we'll do cross fiber there. We'll search the fibers, but then lats, like on the video, will also sift, because that's a really nice, accessible portion, and sifting is just another alternative that you can use. So one more time, will you activate the lats for me? All right, great. I wanted to see how far down I could feel her lats. So cross fiber friction at the attachments. I'm using piggyback fingers. You could use a thumb if you wanted. And my pressure is toward the spinous process. You could even use a P-ball if you wanted. And then I'm going to come off just a little bit, although it's much easier to access the spinous process attachments than the ones on the ribs, because there's so many other layers here at the ribs. So it's hard to get through them to the attachments. So we did cross fiber here. And then activate the lats one more time. Great. So when she was activating it, I just followed that line of contracted muscle all the way up to the humeral attachment. And although you can't see my thumb, I'm just coming back and forth on it. Cross fiber. Any tender spots?
Feels good.
Okay. So for your trigger point search, the same as the other ones, we're going to go activate your lats. Good. In the direction of the fibers. Nice and slow so that you have time to feel what's under your fingers and your client has time to feel if it's tender. There's time for it to get to her brain. And yep, you're going to go over teres major. That's fine. And Donna, you let me know if there's a really tender spot. And what would I do if there were a trigger point? Stop and hold.
Yeah, stop and hold.
Right there?
Mhm.
Yeah, I could feel that one. And if you want to know, is this trigger point actually in the lats or is it one of the many other muscles here? Because you've also got lower traps, serratus, and I'm on the scapula, so there's infraspinatus. Usually the muscle fiber direction can help you figure that out. So lower traps, they kind of go in the same direction as lats. But all the other ones, not so much. Go ahead and take the breath in.
You're on the table.
Oh.
Sorry,
And exhale.
the curtain up.
So you could treat a couple times. And then we're sifting. We do have those Airex pads if you want to use them when you're kneeling. So thumbs are going underneath. And just like he said in the video, it's more than just this superficial fascia. I'm grabbing a lot of muscle tissue. And one tip that I have is don't just press down, press up with your thumb too. And I'm just doing it with one hand so that that doesn't cover it for the camera. But it would be two hands. And I'm slowly gliding through, like what? Like going through raw spaghetti.
At what pressure is that?
So I would say like a 3 or maybe 3.5. And you see I did a few different angles there too. I'm here, here, and here, because it goes all the way up.
Tender.
Yeah, this one
Yeah.
underneath, so probably the deepest fibers of the lats I can feel are tight. So who's her partner? You're her partner? Work on the Okay? All right, so let's try those 4 techniques. So the stretch for Latissimus dorsi is obviously the exact opposite of the motions that make it contract. So if it adducts, then you want to abduct, get the arm away from the body. And if it extends, you want to flex. And if it medially rotates, you want to laterally or externally rotate. And I'm grabbing above the elbow and above the wrist. And if I imagine in my head where it's attached, I'm just trying to put space between those 2 points. So I'll have my client take a breath in and then exhale. And I probably do that 3 times. So breathe in and out, breathe in and out, breathe in and out. And then gently return to our starting position. And there's no PIMR for lats, probably because it already goes so far. Okay? And cut.